It looked like an artist's painting. The fading paint, chipping here and there with age, was sparkling in the sun. The window shutters, slightly ajar, were swaying almost unnoticeably in the wind, and huge lilac bushes were growing at the sides. It seems as if this ramshackle hut was drowning in a storm of purple silk, and the lilacs, like some elemental force, were inexorably destroying the troops' leader house. What are you standing around for? Let's go! Slavia snapped me out of my daydreaming. And stop teasing Lena already. Jesus. Rena? Rena Ryugu. Aus Higurashi. Immer noch einer der besten Anime oder Psycho-Horror-Anime, die ich bisher gesehen habe. Kann man sich auf jeden Fall mal geben. Ja. Schön gorig, etwas Horror, etwas Psycho. Das ist echt cool. Die erste Staffel hat mehr Gore und Horror als die zweite. Die zweite ist mehr so Erzählung und Geschichte und dann kommt das Ganze so raus. Ist aber auch ziemlich interessant. War trotzdem nicht langweilig damals. Gut. Rena! Sounds like there's someone inside. Indeed, a moment later the door swung open and Ulyana ran out and dashed past with the same mischievous grin. The pigtailed girl came out next. Don't let it bother you, Lena. So, her name is Lena. Gotta be thankful it's not Rena, at least. But I don't. Instead of finishing her sentence, she blushed and quickly headed towards the square. For some reason I felt like turning and following her with my eyes, but Slavia said, "Come." We entered the cabin. Was ist das denn? Wer hat denn so ein Poster hier hängen? Oder der Mann mit der Tüte? Und warum ist hier noch etwas vom Mann in der Tüte? Huh. Was gibt's jetzt sonst noch so? Klamotten. Aha. Ah, okay. Ein Wecker. Eine Pflanze. Ein Regenschirm. Ist das eine Taschenlampe? Ich glaube ja. Schuhe. Socken. Oh, ein BH. Ja. Inside it looked something similar to what I would imagined. 2 beds, a table, a couple of chairs, a simple carpet on the floor, a wardrobe. Nothing special, but at the time it felt it felt homelike and cozy, although this room was almost in the same state of disorder as my own flat. The girl standing near the window appeared to be about 25 years old. Nature had obviously gifted her with a pretty face and a good body. Ich weiß, ich finde die so ein bisschen lame. At least one thing can keep you happy in this pandemonium. The locals are beautiful. You're finally here. Excellent. My name is Olga Dimitrievian, the Chiki-Briki. I'm the camp leader. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm Semyon. I decided to talk as if I wasn't surprised by anything that was going on. She came closer. We've been expecting you since early morning. You've been expecting me. Yes, of course. And when does the next bus come? And why do you need it? Yeah, right. Why will I need it? Guess I shouldn't ask direct questions. The people here may react them quite unlike how I prefer. And I doubt I would get any answers. No reason, just curious. By the way, where are we exactly? Our mailing address, I mean. I wanted to send a letter to my parents to tell them I got you fine. For some reason I had a desperate idea that if I played along I would find something out. Oh, but your parents called just half an hour ago. Sent their regards to you. Now, that's a surprise. So can I call them? Because I forgot to tell them something before I left. No. She gave me a sweet, spontaneous smile. Why not? We don't have a phone here. Then how could my parents make a call to here? I've just come back from the district central town. I talked with them there. Ah, so that's how it is? And can I somehow get to the town? No. She kept the same smile. Why not? Because the next bus only comes in a week. I decided not to inquire how the troop leader managed to get here and back. I could get no answer anyway. All this time Slavia was standing next to me and seemed to find nothing odd in our conversation. Oh, we need to find a uniform for you. I've got absolutely no desire to put on a pioneer's shorts to wear a ridiculous red neckerchief. However, wearing winter clothes in summer isn't a great idea either. Right, thank you. Oh, mein Hals wird trocken. Wie hält das Kommt nur aus? Oh, God damn it. Oh. I wonder if I'm the only one here who finds it strange that someone's wearing a coat and winter boots in such heat. Oh, Junge. Righto, I'll be off then, and you can get yourself acquainted with the camp. Don't forget to come to the dinner in the evening. Having said that, she walked out of the cabin. No, walked is not the right word. She rushed out. I ended up alone with Slavia. Oh, Slavia. Oh. Komm, setz dich aufs Bett. Zeig mir, wo ist meine Uniform und hilf mir, sie zu wechseln. I must go too. Got things to do. Ah, scheiße, Mann. Das ist doch kacke. Take a walk. Look around at the camp a bit. See you in the evening. If there's no threat or catch to this, then this reality is embodied by Slavia becomes more and more appealing. For the first time today, I realized that it was awfully hot here. Although, obviously, my winter clothes were to blame for that. I took off my coat and dropped it under the bed. My pullover followed it. I was not wearing only Was? Holy shit. I was now wearing only the shirt. That's much better. All I could do now was follow their advice and go look around the camp. I'll try to find something out in the meantime. Passing the local residential district, I saw a pioneer guy coming my way. Das ist doch der Typ von Tattoofrei, oder? Alter, das ist doch der Typ von Tattoofrei, das kann mir doch keiner sagen. Das ist der Buttermeister. Alter Schwede. Die haben den Tattoofrei-Admin eingefügt. Jetzt kann ich mich schon viel mehr mit diesem Spiel identifizieren. Also, okay, ich nenne den jetzt nur noch Buttermeister oder Typ von Tattoofrei, ja. And it was really a pioneer guy, not a pioneer girl. Apparently there were men even in this kingdom of Amazones. Hello, you're new here. You must be Samuel, right? And how do you? Everyone knows already. I'm Electronic, by the way, the real one. You can call me that. Electronic, the real one. Things are going from crazy to completely insane. Electronic was a robot character appearing in popular Soviet film and book series. He looked like an exact copy of a school kid called Sergei Cheeskov. Okay. Alright. Ulyana also calls me Cheesy. Cheesy. On toast with mushrooms? Because my last name is Cheeskov. I see. Let me show you around. I accepted his offer, and as it would have taken much longer to get to know this place alone. Fine, let's go. We ended up at the square again, as if this place was all there is to this camp. Lena was sitting on one of those benches reading some book. Electronic confidently approached her. Hello, Lena! Meet the new guy, Semyon. He started briskly. Hello. Well, you could say we've already met in a way. Yes. She looked away from the book for a moment, glanced at me, blushed and went back to reading, as if not noticing that we are still here. Alright, let's go on. I was first surprised that meeting this girl was reduced to a couple of words, but then I thought that it was better that way. Electronics vigorous activity did not fit well with Lena's shyness. Let's go. Next we came to a building which I instantly identified as a canteen. And this here, I know, this is where you consume organic food. Yeah, something like that. On the canteen's porch stood the unfriendly girl who hit me on the back earlier. At the sight of her, my joking mood vanished in a blink of an eye. Really, now is not the best time to be pulling this guy's leg, even though he's quite hilarious. First, I need to figure out what's what here, or at least why I am. Here, over there, that's Alisa Dvachevskaya. Be careful around her. He spoke in a whisper. Don't ever risk her calling Tvachesh. Or, nee, Tvache. She doesn't like that. Dva means two in Russian, like the whole nickname sounds exactly like Tuchan. In Russian, a reference to the late Tuchan.eu anonymous image board. Aha, Tvache. Yeah. What did you say? What did you call me? She must have heard him. In the blink of an eye, Alyssa jumped down from the porch and dashed towards us. Alright, you meant it from here onwards. Electronic took to his heels. Ich mach nichts. Alyssa, running past, stopped for a moment and growled, I'll deal with you later. Deal with me? What did I do wrong? I added a forced guilty smile to my words. But what am I guilty of? She made no reply and carried on chasing Electronic. Looks like I'll have to kill time alone, waiting for dinner. I decided to go east, at least in the direction where east would be in my world. Soon after, I found myself near a football pitch. Our game was in full swing here. I guess watching it for a bit wouldn't do any harm. In my childhood and teen years, I wasn't a bad player myself, and even though of going professional, but a few injuries in a row killed my desire to risk my health for the sake of uncertain chance in the game. Kids of different ages were running around the pitch. I could see a boy of about 10 and a girl about 14 years old. A girl. Hey, that's Ulyana. Ach, die ist 14? Die ist gar nicht 18? Oh. Und es gibt eine Route mit ihr? Mit möglicherweise Hentai-Szenen? 18. Ja, das ist ja jetzt nur geschätzt. Ja, wir haben ja jetzt hier nur auf 14 geschätzt. Ne? Muss ja nicht ihr echtes Alter sein. Hier wird ja nur geschätzt. Ja, so sichert man sich ab, ja. Alright, so she plays football. What's so surprising? She seems a restless one after all. I was standing quite far from the pitch, but she still noticed me. Notice me, senpai. Hey you! Ulyana shouted. Wanna play? I didn't know how to answer. On the one hand, running around for 10 minutes is no big deal. On the other hand, any wrong move in my situation could be my final one. Dude! Der tut's, als würde er hinfallen und sich sofort das Genick brechen. But in any case, my attire wasn't suitable for this weather. If I played in winter boots and warm jeans, I will sweat like a pig. And playing barefoot and without jeans would be simply unethical. Maybe another time, alright? Weißt du Bescheid? I shouted in response, turning around and walked back. I was followed by Ulyana's screams about my pants or about me being a pansy or something like that. Evening was falling, making me feel tired and empty after a day wasted with no real purpose. I came back to the square, sat down on a bench and gave an exhausted sigh. I'll better sit here and wait for dinner. After all, it's easier to search for answers when you're not hungry. They do give food to the people here, right? You know, it's curious how the simplest human needs can break the will to ponder on things, to strive for something. For example, I feel hungry now, so I care much less about where I am or what is happening to me. Could great people also be affected by this? And in that case, how did Spartacus start the slave uprising in ancient times? I can only conclude that I am not a great person, and it doesn't not really matter which mechanism I serve as a gear in society, the Matrix, or a weird pioneer camp. Weißt du Bescheid? My thoughts were interrupted by the sound of bell chimes from loudspeaker in a light pole. On a light pole. Poland! It must be the dinner call. I headed towards the canteen. It was a good thing that I knew where it was. Olga Dmitrievna, the cheeky pricky Tussi, was there standing on the porch. I stopped and looked close at her, as if I were expecting something. She looked back at me for a while, but at last came closer. Semyon, what are you waiting for? Come in already. Guess nothing bad can happen if I go with her. My stomach backed me up here. So, jetzt sind wir, okay. Wir sind jetzt hier in der Kantine. Gucken wir uns mal um, ja. Da ist dieses eine komische Manga-Mädchen. Sie sieht aus wie aus Monogatari irgendwie. Aha! Osana ist also auch hier aus Yandere Simulator. Gut zu wissen. Die da hinten ist auch so ein Twin-Tail Girl. Sieht aus wie Miku. Das könnte fast Kudere sein oder Rei aus Evangelion. Was haben wir denn noch hier? Aha. Okay, ja. Das sieht aus wie unser Freund der Buttermeister, ja. Blaue Augen, blonde Haare, das könnte einfach sein. Unser Buttermeister, der hat auch hier 3 Weiber am Start. Ja, weißt du Bescheid, gell? Und die sieht aus wie aus K-On oder so. Und what the fuck ist das da hinten? Was ist denn das? Was ist das? Da hat man so angefangen, oh ja, links, ich mach alles detailliert und oh ja, und ach, ich hab keinen Bock mehr. Jetzt zeichne ich einfach das und fertig. Ja. Was ist das? Oh Mann. The two of us went inside. The canteen looked like a canteen. I had a chance to visit a factory canteen at some point in my life. This one was exactly the same, just maybe a bit cleaner and more modern. Metal chairs and tables, glazed tiles on the walls, and on the floor, unsophisticated tableware with occasional crack. Guess that's what a canteen in a pioneer camp supposed to look like. Semyon, wait a moment. We'll find your place to sit. She looked around the place. Dvachevskaya, hold it right there. Olga shouted at Alyssa, who was passing by. What? What's up with your clothes? Anything wrong with them? Indeed, her attire looked somewhat provocative. Provocative? Big booty Judy, Alter? Get your uniform nice and neat right now. Aww. Tomboy-chan is sad. Alright. Oh. Lame. Alyssa got the shirt right and walked past, shooting an unpleasant glare at me. So, where can we find your place to sit? There weren't a lot of free seats. Go over there, next to Ulyana. Maybe I... Yeah, it's fine. The food's already on the table too. I had no other choice but to accept. Of course, there was the that the cutlets were poisoned with curare, the mashed potatoes generously seasoned with arsenic, and the glass filled with the excellent antifreeze instead of compote. In common Russian language, cutlet is minced meat fried or baked in the shape of a ball or a cylinder, close to American patties. Compote is a drink made of boiling fresh or dried fruit in a large amount of water, compote in French. But it all looked so tasty that I had no chance to resist. Oh, der hat auch mal ihre Uniform an. Sieh mal einen an. Hey, what do you want? I replied rather rudely to Ulyana, who was sitting next to me. Das ist so eine... Was willst du, blöd? Willst du fetzen oder was, hä? Komm, ich fetz dich. Komm her, ich bin 1,30 Meter groß, aber ich fetz dich, Junge. Why didn't you play football with us? Because of my clothes, said I, pointing at the source of the problem. Alright then, eat. However, there wasn't much left to eat. My cutlet was missing from the plate. Only she could have done it. No, but precisely none but Ulyana could have done it. Give me back my cutlet! In a big family, you snooze, you lose. It can cost you a cutlet if you're careless. Give it back, I'm telling you. Attempt to take the cutlet. Do not attempt to take the cutlet. Das ist jetzt ein gute... Ja, ich esse ganz sicher nicht nur Kartoffeln. Ich mag keine Kartoffeln. Also gib mir das Fisch. I looked at her menacingly and was about to reach out my hand. See, I don't have it. And indeed, Ulyana's plate was empty. It seemed that this little girl eats as fast as she steals someone's cutlet. Holy shit, dude. Take it easy, we'll work something out now. She grabbed my plate and ran off. There was no point in following her. If they wanted to poison me here, they could have done it in a much easier way. About a minute later, Ulyana returned and handed me the plate with a steaming hot cutlet on it. Erbsen! Here's one for the starving. Thanks. It was all I could say. I was so hungry that my suspicions were gone in a flash. I picked up the cutlet with my fork and... What the? Some bug? No, not a bug! An insect! It got legs and it's wriggling. The plate fell to the floor and broke into pieces. The chair hit me hard on my leg while falling. I've disliked insects since I was a child, but when these creepy crawlers appear on my plate, that's just way too much. You little... Ulyana seemed ready for such a twist and was already at the door, laughing as if she just had heard a fresh stand-up comedy joke. Oh Girl, ich fick dich so auseinander. Warte ab, wenn ich deine Rute einschlage. Ich reiß deinen Arsch mit meinem riesen Penis auseinander. Das glaubst du gar nicht, ja? Dich wird man nie wiederfinden. I dashed after her. We ran out of the canteen. We were just a few meters apart and I felt I could fang this kleine Mädchen! We ran through the square, past the club's house, and ran into the forest path. I started to gasp for breath. I should have quit smoking, I guess. Was, du rauchst? Ulyana passed out of the sight on the next turn. It can't be true that she managed to get away from me. It simply can't. I stopped and tried to catch my breath again. Night was falling. Looks like I'm lost. It's a bad idea to stay in the woods at night. Better get back to the camp. However, I had absolutely no clue which way to go. Well, gotta choose at random. I wandered for quite some time in the forest, and even though of crying for help, but finally I saw the camp's fence beyond the trees. Everything fell back into place. The bus is gone, I mumbled quietly. On the one hand, there was nothing strange about it. The bus couldn't stay here forever. And the other hand, it means there was someone driving, because buses do not drive themselves. Or do they? This would seem too normal, but every event here had at least two explanations for it. An ordinary, real, everyday explanation and a surreal one. Certainly the driver could have just been off for a snack and I left too soon, and that's why. In any case, this is not the place for me. Whether that bus drives itself or not was probably an important question, but it was too much more important to know how it got here at all. And where this here was. The fields and the woods stretching towards the horizon had no answers. There was nothing familiar about them. A strange, odd and alien world. However, the same thing, it was absolutely not frightening. Either my self-preservation instinct decided to resign from its job, or all this running around the camp and local pioneers had lulled me so much in their carefree normality that I was simply forgetting what had happened to me just a couple of hours ago. Although I probably just had no strength left to worry. All I wanted was some peace, calmness. I wanted to just have a break from it all, and only after that I would have continued looking for all answers, ready and reloaded. However, that would be sometime later. And what about now? Can I allow myself to relax? I got complete. Oh, mein Hals. Aua. It got completely dark, and in any case it was better to spend the night in the camp. I was about to head back when someone came up silently from behind. Dude, die Bitch ist überall! Hello, what are you doing here so late? It was Slavia standing before me. I was so surprised that I jumped. So you didn't catch Ulyana, did you? She smiled. I nodded disappointedly and sighed. No wonder. No one ever has. Yeah, she's a real rocket girl. She could have found a better use for her energy than looking for adventures. You must be hungry. You didn't manage to have dinner after all. Indeed, I had completely forgot about my hunger. But after those words of hers, my stomach drew attention to itself by giving a traitorous rumble. Slavia smiled. Let's go then. What? Is the canteen still open? It's alright, I have the keys. The keys? Captain Keys. Yes, I have keys to all the facilities in this camp. How come? Well, I'm something like the camp leader's aide here. I see. Well, let's go. It was an offer you can't refuse. When we reached the square, Slavia stopped in her tracks. Excuse me, I should warn my roommate that I'll be late. She's so punctual herself that she'll be worried otherwise. You all go on to the canteen and I'll come in a minute, right? Alright. I really did not expect to find somebody aside from myself there at such a late hour. And that somebody was apparently trying hopelessly to open the door. Without any secret thoughts, I walked up onto the porch. The lockpicker turned out to be Alyssa. I should have probably kept off and waited. She looked at me intentionally for a while, then said, "Don't just stand there, give me a hand or something." Meaning? Help me open the door. Why? 'Cause I want some buns and kefir. Dinner wasn't big enough. Is that really a good idea? Aren't you hungry yourself, huh? Ulyana didn't let you have a normal dinner, did she? She smiled sarcastically. It's true, she didn't. It's fine, Slavia will come now and... What? Oh. Guess I shouldn't have said that. I'm off then. And you'll pay for this. You owe me 2 already. Having said that, Alyssa disappeared into the night. And what was the first one?